On this video, I am going to be continuing a harmony of the Gospels. I am now in Mark 1, verses 20 and following. I'll be reading it from the Greek, doing a phrase by phrase translation, and it will be in English. I won't be doing grammar. Looking at Mark to start with, and that is, I'm following the approach basically of A.T. Robertson. So in Mark 1:20 and following, let me just pick up and start reading then at that point. Kaiuthus, akalis en autus, kaiaphen ton patera auton, sevadion in to ploio, metaton mistoton, apelthon episo al 2. And straightway, or immediately, he called them, and they left the father Zebedee in the boat with the hired servants and followed him. So we're seeing an immediate response to the Lord's call to discipleship. And that should be an illustration that we can apply to our own lives to make an immediate response to follow the Lord. And so we continue then in the next verse, verse 30. It reads, Now Simon's mother-in-law, Heda Pentheras Simonas Kate Keta Puresusa Kai Euthus Legusin Auto Peri Autes. Now the mother-in-law of Simon, or Simon's mother-in-law, was laying sick with a fever. And immediately they speak to him, or they told him concerning her. And Jesus then comes immediately. Notice as we read on, in the next verse, and he came. We're going to see a tremendous miracle here by our Lord. And notice it says, Kai ra elthon egerin altain kratesas tes keras kai afeken altain ha puratas kai diekane al tois. That is, Jesus came. And notice what happened. He comes immediately in verse 31. And when he took her by the hand, and the fever lifted her up, I should say, took her by the hand, and the fever left her, and he was ministering to them. Literally, he raised her, grasping her by the hand, and the fever left her, and she was ministering to them. Jesus now is doing a wonderful miracle of healing, and we're seeing this as we continue to follow the Lord's ministry and what is happening. And so we come to the next verse, that is verse 32. And so it reads, Apias, psias de genamenes, hate hedu he helias, Epheron prosautan pantas tus kakos ekantas kai tus diamanids menus diamanidzamenus, diamanidzamenus. So notice verse 32 reads, that evening at sundown, when it became sundown, they brought to him, or they were bringing to him, all who were possessed with demons, all who were ill, first of all, and those who were being demonized or possessed with demons. So now the harmony is going to show the wonderful work of Christ in his healing ministry, as well as his work with demons and his work in delivering people from demons, let me say. His work showing his authority over the demonic realm. So in verse 34, as we continue, it reads, Kai eterapusin palus, kakos ekantas poikilais nasois, kai daimonia pala exebalin, kai uk aphien lalen ta daimonia hati edesan alton. That is, he healed many who were sick with various diseases, and he cast out the many demons, but he was not permitting the demons to speak because they knew him. In other words, he's not going to allow them to recognize him. And of course, being at creation, they would have known him. And of course, demons are fallen angels that fell. And as a result, he's now casting them out and performing or casting the demons out of many who were demon possessed. But he was not allowing them to say anything about him because they knew him. And I think we need to say they knew him from the beginning because they were cast out of heaven and they knew that he was the Lord over them. So as we read this particular part of the harmony in Mark, and then later I'll come to Matthew and Luke, we're looking at the authority of Jesus to heal diseases and his authority over the demonic realm. And this is something that Mark is driving home to his readers. And of course, Matthew and Luke will continue the same.